Have you ever had a piece of technology just speak to you? Scream your name out in the middle of the night saying things like, abuse me like you abuse yourself? Because I have. And this is it. The Sony F-707.
So, I have a friend who has this warehouse just full of wonderful old technology. We're talking old TVs, old computers. Remember those registers from the early 1900s that had the big keys and those? I mean, everything that you can think about. And I've helped him do odd jobs for the last 15 or so years, more off than on, but I've helped him out. And one of the cool things is when I've been able to go work for him, he's allowed me to go tracing through this warehouse just to look at some of the technology he's had in there. And the one thing that has always called to me, always said, hey, take me home, was the Sony, focus it, the Sony F-707. And after years and years of just looking at this thing, I finally took it home. And that's what we're going to talk about, this right here.
You know, I hate to kill the flow of this video, but I need to stroke my ego and drop a few names. Because, see, my friend's warehouse that has all that wonderful old retro technology in there sometimes gets used in movies and TV shows. In fact, you've probably seen some of his computers that I mentioned in a Marvel movie or shows like Stranger Things. In fact, I and my child have taken some of those computers and loaded it all on a truck that were actually getting filmed in some of the Marvel movies. Again, there's no significance to the story and what I'm trying to say in this video whatsoever, other than being able to, you know, show some clips from a Marvel movie or Stranger Things just to kind of boost my ego and stroke some stuff out there. So, back to the program.
So this is the camera that just called to me, the Sony F-707. It came out in 2001 at an MSRP of, what was it, $1,000? You can get it now used on the used market for roughly $50 to $100, and that's just being generous. You can actually get it, you can get it a little bit cheaper. And it has all these bells and whistles that a lot of even modern cameras don't have these days. And it has a couple special features that, well, I'll talk to you in a little bit about. I'm not going to give it away just yet. And of course, I'm not going to talk about the specs because, well, you know, there's better people out there to explain to you the specs, like the Dino Bytes right here, this guy right here. You should go check out his video. In fact, he led me to, well, I'll explain in a minute. So, but yes, go check out Dino Bytes. He's got great content, really a lot better in-depth material than me when it comes to these. But this camera, like I said, it just called to me. It's got the normal, you know, the normal features of like the menu button. It has the select button, of course. Where's the shutter button, controls, you know, and then it has more controls over here, which, you know, I'm going to give you better views of this, but all that right there. But the two features on this camera that said, "Take me home now, you dirty bastard," was one, it has night framing and night shot. Night framing and night shot. So what the difference of those are, is the night shot, I think it is. Yes, the night shot right there, night shot. What it is you can take this thing out at night and go ghost hunting, basically. You can go find things in the night and you can just take pictures of things in the night because it just absorbs light like night vision. And I think this is night goggle, night vision, and it will absorb things in the night and you can get your shot. Now, what's the difference between night shot and night framing? Well, it takes that night vision technology and it gets the shot framed up, opens up the flash, and hits it with the flash, and then you've got a night shot, but not a night framing shot, and not a night shot, which is pretty cool. Now, the other feature, the pièce de résistance of this camera, the thing that made me bring you home and talk dirty to you, is this. The lens, check that out. Look at that lens. Isn't that sweet? It doesn't have a flip up screen. It's got a flip up body. How cool is that? Look at that. You just put your hand and then you put your hand in about and you shake it all about. How cool is that? Autofocus, you have to stop. You've got to stop autofocus. I don't pay you to really do anything. Well, in fact, I don't pay you. You're my camera. And if anybody out there wants to be my cameraman, I could use a cameraman. It wouldn't be for pay. It wouldn't be for anything other than this. I could use the help. Come into the studio once a week. We could set up times. I could let you know, and we'll shoot out. We'll knock a few out. But anyways, that's neither here or there. So anyways, that's what that shot is. Look at that. That is just like happy to see you. but so like I said, I watch Dino Bites because I don't know about you. I'm the type of person that will review something, research something, and then I'll buy it. And then you think you're done with it. No, you're not done with it. No, you're not done with it. You got to do more research and more looking into and more like I've got to know more, even though I know everything I could possibly know. It's like crack. And this is my crack, researching the stuff that I do. It's like crack. So that led me to Dino Bites. Well, I've actually watched Dino Bites for a while, and he's right on. He's not cracked out like me. Anyways, it led me to Dino Bites, and he showed me that there's other cameras out there like this one. You got the 505, the 717, which is pretty much the same camera as this, and then you've got, then you've got this beast. You got the 828. Look at that. That is just, that's freaking gorgeous. Look at that thing. I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles, right? And look at that. And the flash is right there. The flash is right there. Let me see if I can turn it on. I can't find the focus. Where's the focus? There it is. Right? And so it has the pop-up flash right there. Has more features. Has a little LSD. It has a drug screen on it right there. Also, what this thing has versus this one has one ring up here for focusing or whatnot. And this has zoom in, zoom out, and a focus ring. Zoom in, zoom out, focus ring, which I thought was pretty cool. And on this model, Sony saw the future. They saw things coming down the pipeline that you bet you didn't know. That's right, because back in the day, if I can get these out correctly, Sony was using proprietary memory right here. Can you see that? Can we focus in on that? How about this? Proprietary memory, right? It was called a memory stick. And they're hard to find now. If you'd be lucky to find them today, I mean, you can find them. You'd be lucky to find them today, but you can find them. And I'm sorry, my hand keeps doing that. But you can find them today if you really look. But Sony saw it coming down the pipeline that it was going to be a dinosaur. It was going to be off the table. So they saw the future coming. So first, they got the memory stick where you can put it in there, right? So check it out, memory stick in there. But what they did was you can change it out and then go here, and then you can use what they called back then compact flash. Compact flash right there. They saw it coming down the line. Oh, and I forgot to give you the details of this one. This camera, when I set it back then, this came out in 2003 with an MSRP of $2,500 because this was geared towards professionals who wanted to carry something else. This was $2,500, and now on the used market, you can get it for about $150 to $200 used. You can actually find it cheaper. I find them cheaper all the time because I'm a whore and I'm on the computer a lot. And my wife yells at me for being on the computer. And it's so demeaning. I don't think she loves me. But we can talk about that some other time. Anyways, and it shoots a whole 8 megapixels. 8 big megapixels. And the video quality, we'll get to that in a minute. But the photos, they're actually pretty damn impressive. So let's go and take some photos, and then we'll come back and do a little goodbye session. I don't know. So anyways, I'm happy to see you. So let's go take some shots and see what you guys think of the video, of the photos. So I'll be right back.
Got this. Oh, crap.
So, what did you guys think about those the quality of the photos? Me, I thought they were actually pretty good for cameras that were over 20 years old or so. I mean, 5 megapixels, 8 megapixels, how can you complain? And especially if you're just gonna share them on social media, those are perfectly fine. Now, they're not gonna be, professional quality, by any means. If you're a professional photographer, you're gonna be getting the best and the newest and the greatest and the biggest megapixels. But for someone like me that's just an amateur, just a hobbyist, this stuff right here is just a lot of fun. In fact, I'm looking for more weird, odd cameras for you. There's a Sony R1 that I've got coming down the pipeline, but trying to find that it's pretty cool for a camera that's 20 years old again. Again, the video quality is, well, you saw, but for a camera that's 20 years old, what are you really expecting? You're not expecting professional grade quality. And again, I'm not a spec guy. I don't care about all the internals and stuff. But if you are someone who wants to learn more about specs, go check out this guy right here, the Dino Bites. Did I say it right? Dino Bites. This guy, because he's great about his reviews. He's he's better versed than I am, because I just like to stutter and spat because I don't have a script. I'm just off the top of my head. But Sony, I have a suggestion. You could re-release this, right? As a specialty. I mean, seriously. Okay, let's look at the body first, okay? Let's look at the body. Before I go, we're gonna just do this real quick before I go, right? Take out and then how much space does this take up? How much space? You know what the size of this is? You know what let me put that back. You know how big this is? Well, here's my DJI Action 4. Look at that. That's almost the same size. If you just take out the battery, that thing could fit in here, especially with the battery technology. My suggestion is re-release this form factor, focus it, re-release this form factor, but with this technology in here. And you could have a fun specialty camera that dumbasses like me would buy because it would just be freaking awesome. I'm just saying, you combine these two techs, man, where's it? Focus. You combine these two techs, you'd have a hell of a camera. I'm just saying, get with DJI, or you guys are smart enough, Sony's smart enough, Canon's smart enough, combine the two, you'll have a hell of a camera. But anyways, I hope this helped you find one of these cameras. I know it was sporadic. It was, I don't know, I just wanted to make a video. So anyways, guys, get a camera, go show the world how you see it. And I'll see you next time on The Average Guy on the Daddy's House channel. And if you are discovering me from the TikTok, because I just started going on TikTok again, I'm glad to see you, because a lot of you guys have hit me up and said how much you enjoy me being back. So thank you for that. But, oh, and it's Daddy's House on TikTok now too. So check you later.